It's a mental self-awareness, a mental self-control that you can control, and then you can take in that energy, that anger, that sadness or depression, and you can put it into something useful. It's why we have emotions.
Oh wait, shit.
Usually it's on the, oh wow.
Can you hear it? It's live. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I can adjust it.
Yeah. Adjust it however you want, bro.
Bet, say less.
The style. I like your style, bro.
Only for the cameras.
Only for the cameras.
Only for the cameras.
What do you, on an off day, what do you dress like?
On an off day, usually like this.
Okay. You ever go shirtless?
Huh?
You ever just go shirtless?
For sure. After the gym, mainly after the gym.
Yeah.
If I'm ever just feeling comfy at home, I'll just wear my underwear.
Gotcha, bro.
I'll just be chilling.
Do you ever want to like dress up in like a clean cut suit?
All
like,
the time.
You know, bow
All the
tie,
time.
suspenders.
All
Are
the
you a
time.
suspenders or belt kind of guy?
Ooh, suspenders are
Whoa.
nice, depending on how you wear them.
True.
Like if you wear them, I don't think it's necessary to wear a belt, but you can't have like a coat over it. You just need like a bow tie.
Yeah, the
But
bow
if you're
ties.
wearing a belt, you need a suit, maybe even a
Yeah,
vest.
the jacket, the vest.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never been into vests, bro, unless they're bulletproof. You know, that was a big
careful.
fashion statement for a while.
It
Like
was.
people would wear like
was.
you know, Gucci bulletproof vests, just like walking around at the mall, you know, which is cool. I get it. It's like hype beast type stuff, you know, but like style's weird, but that's what's cool about style.
Dude,
it gets weirder and weirder.
Style, you just need to be comfy. And if you ain't going out, you don't need to look that nice.
True. I dress real comfy, bro. I like
Just
gym
dress
shorts.
like baggy clothes is the move.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
What do you
wearing
like
them
with-
tight shorts?
Yeah.
That little like down there, and you just like not trying to have that. Just loosen up.
Yeah.
Just,
What do you like that girls wear?
oh man.
Is there like a specific outfit where you're like, damn, she's a wifey? Something
Really
that just
don't look
attracts
at
you.
the clothes.
Really?
I'm not really like a huge like physical guy. I'm more emotional.
Wow. Okay.
So if it's like, it has to be appealing to the eye. Not gonna lie. Like if
okay.
they're ratchet, you gotta just know what you deserve.
Are
But
you able to read energy?
I say so.
Are you like highly
I'm highly aware.
aware of energy?
Yeah, but I also make foolish decisions. So
Yeah.
it's like a if and, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say we had 9 lives. What life would you be on right now, do you think? Based off the chances you take and the wisdom you have.
I mean, I'd be on my final life.
You think so? You think this is
For
the 9th
sure.
life?
I feel like, well, no. If every time I made a mistake or like a severe mistake,
Okay.
what kind of mistake are you talking about? Like life or death? Like,
So say you come back, you know, you die and then you come back as a different person. Say that's what we believe in. What you think you'd be on your final life, that you're not your 9th life?
yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I feel
like there's just some things that you do deserve, and if it was that consequence of losing a life, you know, I feel like I've done 8 of them. You know,
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
If I was to say I'd be dead, then I'd just be capping it. But like,
Okay.
I'd definitely be on my last life.
Okay.
But you got to learn from those mistakes too.
Right.
Always.
Yeah, like I say this in the podcast time and time again, but there was one point where I didn't really believe in wisdom like that when I was like a young kid. I'm like, wisdom's bullshit, bro.
Wisdom
like,
is power.
yeah, and
Wisdom
now
is
wisdom is
everything.
all the power.
Wisdom is everything.
Yeah, like
sure.
mistakes are important. This young kid, and I like to reply to people on social media. I don't like being on a high horse. Like if somebody DMs me, I'll read the message thoroughly, and I will talk to them like I'm talking to them in person, right? You know how people think, you know, left you on red and stuff like that. So this kid messaged me. He has this little podcast. He's a young kid, like 14 years old. It's called Fool's Gold or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's asking for advice. And I'm like, bro, just keep making mistakes. And like never let a mistake kind of like throw you off. Like
For sure.
mistakes, you're going to do mistakes time and time again. And then you're going to get better and better incrementally.
We're humans.
Right. So I'm like, bro, just make mistakes. I'm not going to give you any other advice than that.
Yeah.
And he took
Yeah.
that to heart. I could tell.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mistakes are the number one things human beings do.
Yeah.
Literally.
I love mistakes, bro.
We repeat history. We don't
True.
learn too much, but
Yeah.
mistakes are the number one thing. Everyone's gonna fail.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna make mistakes.
Do you feel like you make a lot of mistakes with your music?
There's some times where I feel like I could have done better,
Okay.
But to see it as a mistake, then it'd make me change my whole perspective of what I was doing.
Okay,
because I'm still following the same dream, the same path. I'm not changing it. But I've definitely made mistakes, quote unquote. But like, at the same day, they're not mistakes. They're learning experiences.
Yeah, it's an art.
I have to transfigure and shape into my own,
right,
my own dream. You know, it's like a painting. Yeah. It's like a painting, bro. If you are doodling, bro, and you do something you don't like, bro, just go with it.
Right.
And branch off of it, or cover it up with some new paint, and then, I mean,
I see what you're saying, bro.
There, but it's not.
Yeah. Are you talented with art, like actual physical art? Can you draw? Can you paint and stuff? Because I have this weird thing where I'm very creative when it comes to things like this, what we're doing right now, like conversation and just overall life. I like to be creative with everything I do. But then, dude, you hand me a pencil and tell me to draw a chair, bro. No. Dude, it's going to look like some Looney Tunes. Like, there's nothing going to be crafty about it. Are you crafty with the sticks?
I can doodle.
You can doodle?
Like little
the
images.
S's in
like
the notebooks?
I can't, oh, dude, if you had seen my Crocs, like I used to draw in Crocs.
Like with permanent marker?
Yeah, and just design them and stuff.
Oh, I see.
I'll send a picture to you. Maybe you could show them on the podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have any. But anyways, I used to doodle on Crocs, and people always complimented it.
Okay, cool.
It was just little doodles.
Yeah.
It looked wavy. I don't know.
Would you ever doodle on some and sell them?
I actually did some for my friend.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just back at South Lake, the little South Lake homies.
Right.
I fuck with your Crocs.
Shout out.
All of them. Riley Trowbridge was the first one I ever did.
Dope.
Yeah.
So I really fuck with your first album that's out on all platforms.
All platforms.
What name do you want to go by? Because we were talking about this before the podcast.
Yeah, Willow Keem.
Okay, Willow Keem.
I have it on all platforms, but on
Apple Music, it's called Yada.
On Apple Music, and I think maybe even Spotify.
It's called Yada.
I think it's called Yada.
Okay.
On SoundCloud, it's Willow Keem.
Gotcha.
Willow Keem just means to offer a helping hand, or to offer a hand of help. That's the exact definition.
And what perspective are you meaning that from? To offer a hand of help to others, or have someone offer a hand of help to you?
You personally, within yourself, to offer a hand. Because I mean, it's one thing to help someone and to do it, but it's always the act of kindness that reaches out first.
Right.
So it's like,
come a little closer to the mic.
Oh, my fault.
You're all good, bro.
My fault. It's like, if you ever see someone and they're struggling, just offer a hand of help. It doesn't mean you need to help them.
Yeah.
But the act of kindness shows a lot more, you know?
Yeah.
Like the fact that someone cares enough to ask to help me carry some groceries inside or something, you know?
Yeah, the little things. I saw this person made some sort of clothing merchandise where saying, have you asked your friends how they're doing? Like, it's a full sentence just on a shirt saying, like, have you asked your friends how they're doing? Or are your friends all right?
Yeah.
And this guy would hand out his merchandise for free, you know, and just walk down the road, and he would like explain what it means to him and like, hey, make sure your friends are all right and stuff. But
always,
that's dope.
Always, you always gotta check in.
Offer a helping hand.
Always need to check in.
Yeah.
Willow Keem.
Yeah. Do people check in on you often? You got a lot of you got a circle around you?
I have a tight circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I got real ones, and then the rest are just like motherfuckers I fuck with.
Right, bro.
So
the rest are just fun, but then there's the people that you can fall back on when shit happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Kari, XYZ.
I see him all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, working out at the gym and stuff. That's my dog.
For sure.
Him and Mig. Musically wise, those are my dogs. But outside, I have a few more friends. But then my brother Gabe and Noah, you know them.
Yeah, all the brothers, bro.
All the brothers.
The Noglers, you guys are like a quadruple threat. There's four brothers, right?
5 of us.
5 now. Yeah.
You can't forget DeMarcus.
Of course not. No, he's a great kid, man. I've always loved that kid.
DeMarcus is gonna be great.
Yeah. Is he? What is he doing?
Great.
He's in school.
He's still in school. He's
right.
young, but he's gonna be great.
Yeah.
One day he's gonna look back at this podcast when he see it and he got social media and shit. He could be on it.
That's awesome.
He's gonna be like, "Ooh, that's me and Zach."
Yeah. I want to go back to the album.
The album, yeah, for sure. Bring it back.
I loved your album, bro. It's different.
Thank you.
Do you feel like your music's different? Can you fit your music in a genre? I mean, you can say rap, but people just throw rap on anything now.
Oh yeah.
The title rap. Like, oh, it's rap.
Anything.
He's
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
a little bit fast and then slow
Yeah.
at some parts. It's rap.
Yeah, it's rap.
There's so many different genres.
There's definitely different sounds I try to hit more
Yeah.
than genre. Like I like noisy things that you can just bump loud without it feeling disturbing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Oh, voice crack.
Yeah. Oh, I love the
But-
voice crack, bro.
But
I love your laugh, bro. I'm gonna take
Appreciate
that
it.
laugh
Appreciate
and put it on a
it.
sound pad to where I can use that in future podcasts.
Yeah.
Just your laugh, bro.
Do it. My mom has a crazy laugh. You probably know Mama Nog's laugh.
Yeah, of course.
But back to the music. I had to shout out Mama. So there are definitely not eras, or maybe it's just sound or genre. I'm trying to
Like
describe it as.
subcategories.
Yeah, just little things like melodic or ambient is one that I try to really aim for. But yeah, I just like noisiness, and then
Gotcha.
I like that really hype stuff. Just channeling energy, straight energy.
I have a question for you because there's a couple songs where you are like quite literally like screaming on, and it's a great sound. A lot of modern day rappers are doing like screamo type things.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think the Suicide Boys kind of paved a way for rappers to start being able to do screamo and stuff like that.
sure.
And XXX, of course,
For sure.
Tentacion.
How
do you do that? Do you get far away from the mic? Like, how do you do you get hyped up before? Like,
I'm right in the mic.
Gotcha.
Sometimes, okay. So
how do you channel that energy? Because that's real shit.
Just rage. The inner rage.
Okay.
Everyone has it. You ever feel like you just want to punch a wall?
Yeah.
You ever done it?
Yeah.
Hold back on it and save it for later.
Save it for the recording, bro.
Yeah, that's what I be.
Okay. Channel the energy.
The gym, anything, just channel it.
Yes.
It's mental.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mental self-awareness, a mental self-control that you can control, and then you can take in that energy, that anger, that sadness or depression, and you can put it into something useful. It's why we have emotions.
Yeah.
What's the point of it's like every time you get a piece of candy, even if it's one by one, you just eat it. Just right then and there. So you get one piece of nerd here and then another nerd 5 hours later, and you just eat them as you get them, and you don't save up.
Yeah.
It's like, why
if you put them all together,
yeah, that's what I be
much
doing.
better outcome.
It's a much better outcome.
Yeah.
Control it, harness it.
Yeah, I with the gym, I've been going down to the basketball court lately and doing like actual basketball drills, like Steph Curry drills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, but
you've been hooping ever since I met you, boy.
Yeah, bro. I'm a hooper. I want to do some like
Hooper
YouTube
life.
stuff with hooping though.
You have to.
I really do. It'd be a lot of fun.
Dude,
like nerd pulls up on a park.
There's great hoopers around here.
Yeah, there
bro.
is.
You can get mad footage with them.
Yeah, Florida breeds athletes, and I had a podcast with Mina the Egyptian last Friday, and he's talking all about Florida basketball, and because he's played basketball in Boston and played basketball in Atlanta.
For sure.
Even Atlanta's like real competitive. I mean, it's Georgia, you
sure.
know, but Florida, it's summer all year. It's a tropical climate. It's super diverse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different competition here. It's not one fits all. Like you go play basketball in Indiana, like everybody's running the same programs. Everybody's running the same plays. Like here, it's really diverse and different.
Yeah.
The culture changes each city, you know.
For sure.
Yeah. You love Florida?
I had to move back. I love Florida. This is my home.
Oh, you were out in Tennessee for how long?
I was out in Tennessee for just over a year, I think. Maybe just about a year.
Gotcha.
And I was working.
What do you like about it here? A lot of artists come out of Florida.
What do you mean?
A lot of artists. A lot of people come out of Florida.
Yeah. Like
Is there something here? Something in the water?
Actually, nah. I think it's more the people. The people have the energy I want here.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
People, I can relate to a lot of people here because I was born and raised here. I know the lingo. I know the people. You know, these are like more my people than Tennessee ever was, or could be, because this was my roots. This was where I was born and raised. I love Florida.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
It's real like everybody loves everybody here. Like
for sure.
No matter who you are, what ranking you are, like whatever totem pole you got, whatever end of the stick you got.
Yeah.
It's like everybody loves everybody. Like you go down to the streets of Orlando. I mean, there's dangerous, there's danger, there's haters.
Yeah.
But
I get what you're saying.
You go out in the streets, everybody laughing, goofing off, different groups of people. You know, cops are having fun and laughing, and From what I've seen,
Florida's
my experience.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are crazy here.
Yeah.
Everyone just gets along when you got craziness inside of you.
True.
If I go to a party, bro, all the crazy people get everyone lit.
Right.
Lit.
They're just trying to have a good time. I believe that most people have good intentions.
For sure.
Most people have good intentions. There's
Most
very few people that have bad intentions. Meaning,
I feel like it's more 50-50 when it comes.
you think so?
Yeah. In my experiences.
Okay.
Or maybe that's just how, because everyone has a different perspective in life. Maybe
Right.
you might not feel like someone's dissing you, and I might feel like someone's dissing me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it comes into like the 50-50 play, you know?
Yeah.
Of like, I don't think everyone has bad intentions, but to me, I'm like, bro, I've had bad intentions thrown at me right to my face. And
Right.
it's just like, you know? But I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It all comes down to that
Definitely.
tight circle we were talking about
for
too.
sure.
Keep that 50-50 kind of
Yeah.
out of the way to where it's more like 70-30, 80-20
sure.
type vibe.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
I was just talking to my girl and I was saying the friends that I have, like my close friends, I couldn't imagine ever like, I couldn't imagine any other walk of life.
I'm saying.
Like any other people around me. I'm like,
I love my friends.
I couldn't imagine it. Yeah.
Yeah. The day ones. They're definitely the ones that stick around, who go through life with you.
Yeah.
The ones you want to see in the end with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But life always moves on.
Your album gave me a Sublime vibe. There was a song,
Yeah?
Waves, Life to You.
Yeah.
You know Sublime? Like
I know.
Santeria, a couple different songs.
I've heard, the only song I've ever really heard by them was Two Joints, or
I'm very surface when it comes to Sublime.
I mean,
But-
I barely know it. I'm not
Yeah.
going to cap and say, yeah, I love that band. They're such good at it.
But your Waves, Life to You
Yeah.
sounds
Dude.
just like Sublime. And
Yeah.
have you heard of Hobo Johnson?
I haven't.
Wow.
I haven't.
Will you pull up Hobo Johnson? The first video he blew up on. It's where he's performing in a backyard with his band. Just look that up. Hobo Johnson. You give me a Hobo Johnson vibe. If Hobo Johnson was more, had a little more swagger to him.
Yeah.
This Hobo Johnson, he's like, he does like almost like slam poetry on top of his music.
Oh, that's
So
fire.
where it's
I love people that incorporate different aspects. Like I've heard straight poetry songs that go hard.
Look up Scones. Look up Scones. This is in the backyard, but Scones, Hobo Johnson, backyard, and then it should pop up. I really want to show you this. Yeah, it's that first one. Turn it up on the computer, make it full screen.
What up, Bob? God, man. We're Hobo Johnson love makers for a couple kids.
This guy's weird.
I feel like I've definitely seen him smoking a stogie.
Hi, what's your name?
I've definitely heard this guy.
You have?
He's so fire. This is the
Yeah.
exact guy who Noah was showing me like 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
On some
Yeah.
poet stuff. It was crazy.
That ties you two together till tomorrow's end. It is disregarded.
Dude, like just that set. It's
Yeah,
different.
I messed with his whole vibe. I've never seen him,
Yeah.
a visual of his.
Me off like the dirt
No, you can
on
take it
your
off.
shoulder, so
No, but that, yeah.
Oh, he did a tiny.
Yeah,
desk
he did a little tiny desk concert. Yeah,
Love those.
NPR.
Mac has the best one.
Yeah, bro. Mac, bro. I love that
R.I.P.
man.
Dude, that's one of my
Yeah.
top artists
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do you like, old Mac, new Mac, all Mac?
All Mac.
Because his
Mac's development was beautiful
Yeah.
as an artist.
mm-hmm.
From
Do
kids.
you see why that screen's not up? Oh, there we go.
Bring-
Click desktop. Yeah. No, but so Mac Miller, did he have a large influence on you?
I'm not gonna cap. I only got really into him after he died.
That's fine.
I mean, I did listen to him
Yeah.
back then because, you know, Mig Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
He used to listen to Mac Heavy back then. I was always with
Gotcha.
him, and he'd listen to him, and I'd hear him every now and then.
Yeah.
But then when he passed, it was just like, dang, let's show him
Mm-hmm.
respect. But I mean, after that, I mean, I fell in love with his
Yeah.
music. I wish I fell into it sooner
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like it would play a different role in my music.
Yeah, I like because with a lot of his music, especially his last two albums, or his last album and then the album after his death, at the end of his music, there's always like this rendition of like an orchestra type feel. You know, it's different every time, but I love when music, like when a beat for a song completely switches into an entire alternate song and at
Into
the
a
end,
different
it's
song?
yeah, such a beautiful melody, and he'll just ride it out, and the song will end.
Self-care.
I love self-care.
Self-care.
I know. Yeah,
And then Into Oblivion. Oblivion, yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
That's
that
what I'm
one-
talking about.
Yeah, love it. I actually just made a song I haven't released yet. And it does it goes from like the first part to a whole different song back into the start.
Gotcha.
It's
So it starts. How much do you read into music? Do you like study a lot of musical theory and stuff, or do you kind of just go off the cuff and learn as you go?
More learn as I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of do your own studies type stuff rather than reading literature from other people's studies type stuff.
I mean, I feel like the most where I learn is just observation. Like
Right.
You consider observation like listening, right?
For sure.
Would that be observation, a form of observation?
I feel like observation is intense listening, like
Or
intrigued
like
listening.
visual, like
Yeah.
what you're seeing and stuff. Anyways, a lot of that's where I get it. A lot of my learning and where I do my studies of music. You know, like I'll read artist lyrics or watch how they do designs in their music. There was this one saying, I forget who said it, but he was like, in order to like find your voice or what you want to make out of music is like copy your idols, like in music or in art, and try to mimic them and then fail miserably at it.
Okay, that's a twist. I like that,
dude. And it worked beautifully for me.
Okay.
I feel like if any advice, that is what got me through a lot of shit. My cousin told me it.
Gotcha.
And he's like, I heard this, blah, blah. I took that shit to heart. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that.
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah. And then a lot of my newer stuff has changed back from like how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
Now I see how it goes. Yo, go ahead,
What's with the 222? What is it? Is there a specific meaning to that? Will you show your...
Yeah. So I got 222, 222 on my neck. It's just like, I like the meaning of it the most. Out of like all the numbers, you know, like the 3-digit numbers up to 9.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like 222 was the number that I liked the most.
Okay.
It was like had to do a lot about with helping, like helping
it's like symbolic to you.
Yeah, it's like helping or
is something the cat's got your tongue?
I'm sorry, yeah.
It's all good. We'll roll on it later, but
anyways, it's like helping brings happiness.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I was trying to figure out the exact definition. I can't go off the dome like that too well.
Yeah, with this podcast, bro, being a host of a podcast, like I've been on all 26 episodes, of course, bro. Like going off the dome is hard.
It's very hard.
I lose track of my thoughts sometimes.
Sure.
Or I'll start a story and then I'll get right to the punchline and I'll be like, whoa, where the fuck was I going with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But that's what makes it real, bro. People like real shit.
Yeah.
It's not scripted.
No, none of it.
I hate that scripted shit. That's why with the Hobo Johnson, that little tiny NPR concert, tiny desk concert, that shit's fire because it's not off the dome. It's weird shit. Like you see that weird backyard, like
like a junkyard.
Right. You're not sitting on a stage with one mic. That's just so boring, bro.
Yeah.
People don't want to see that anymore.
You gotta be creative.
Yeah.
You have to be creative. Something new.
What sparks your creativity? When on a day when you want to record, is it different every time, or is there something that kind of gets you going? You said you like coffee.
Dude, how open am I allowed to be? And I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm not.
You can be open.
It's a topic.
Okay, yeah, it's explicit content, but don't say anything you don't want.
Nah, I don't care. Okay. I got an open image.
Gotcha.
But psychedelics.
Psychedelics?
Mm-hmm.
Your third eye is not blind, sir?
Oh,
your third eye's open?
Before any psychedelic.
What do? Do you microdose?
Oh, nah. I go deep.
You go deep. Got you. What do you take? Do you take something different every time, or is there a specific realm you enter?
Only. I don't want to talk about names, but if you know there's two very like standard beginner psychedelics that you should do.
Yes.
And that is just, I believe, shrooms and acid.
Okay.
or LSD.
Yeah.
I don't know the correct terminology.
I think
know
acid and LSD are the
the
same
exact
sort of
same thing. I
Yeah.
don't know the right terminology for it. Anyways,
It's all good.
but yeah, those two. I've dived deep into both of them.
What's the differences between the two that you've noticed?
LSD is more everything is more real. You really feel like if I was to look at you off of LSD and I was to like really focus in, I would understand how you're feeling.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
how I take it. I have like what earlier when you asked me if I could read energy.
Yeah.
That's
It just heightens the sense of reading.
it helps
energy.
it helps like dude, I could watch TV shows.
Yeah.
Like there's one time I ate like 3 tabs or some shit and I was just watching a TV show and I was looking at the actress and it was like a happy moment but she looked really sad.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
it's like you can pinpoint the fine
Yeah.
details and like the look in someone's eye to know if they're sad or not, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that strengthened me. That's the LSD point. Aside from the visuals,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll just
A lot of
shit's melting.
yeah, right. A lot of
Looks like it.
celebrities, especially nowadays, now that it's more acceptable, openly admit to like, using psychedelics for creativity. And then also a lot of people are microdosing, specifically psilocybin, which is mushrooms. They microdose, and the way they explain it, it's like just you're not out of sobriety. You're still like sober, but you have that, you can read that energy and you can see
yeah.
things differently.
Oh yeah, they're very eye openers.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I ever took them, not for the excitement of what it is, but just to bottom line open up my mind, see who I am.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what I want to put out into the world. I want to know how I can impact or what I can do.
How much of your album is acid rap or shroom rap or psychedelic rap?
So a lot of it, that first one was more acid, I would say. And that one,
Would you
a lot
record
of
vocals? Would you record vocals while you were?
so the way I did it was I would never record. I never recorded off of any psychedelics. I have a few times, but never successfully. So I always, when I did, it would be after the fact, and I try to match those sounds that I was hearing, to incorporate it, and then
So you wouldn't have to like mix and
Dude,
specifically do the vocals right.
It's a whole different way of learning off of it. Like
Yeah.
looking at different buttons and files and different lights jumping up and down from sound waves and stuff, bro. It just trips you out.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I care, bro. I love that realm. I love that aspect. I like looking at that shit, but it's just hard to figure out.
Yeah.
I mean, one day
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn it and I can do it off the dome. But like, I mean, right now, bro, I'm still in the part.
It's hard to do while you're tripping. Yeah, it's hard to do while you're tripping. You could just say it. But
off shroomies, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So the last time I took any, it was like a week ago.
You heard that, Bobby Shmurda? It's about a week ago. Week ago. I had to say that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And I was recording with my cousin, and we were just making tunes, and I found it fairly easy to work the mechanics of it.
Okay.
I just didn't record because we were making a beat, and I was like, let's change the frequencies, and I was in a whole different realm, and then I ended up on top of a roof, and I was just glazing at this shit.
So you know how like Chance the Rapper had acid rap and all that?
Favorite artist of all time.
Really? A lot of people, for some reason, you know how it gets popular to dislike somebody or new things that somebody's doing? Yeah. I've noticed on the internet it's popular to say, oh, Chance the Rapper is
sucks.
Now too big, and now he's not him anymore. Yeah, now he just sucks.
Yeah.
A lot of people, that's a popular...
People just
hate becomes popular, specific hate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
People like to jump on.
People feed off of that.
Right.
Shit.
Kind of like jumping somebody. Like people kick people when they're down. People will not fight, and then as soon as the person's down, they'll go in and stomp on them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, bro, it's popular to hate, bro.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah. Do you agree with them at all, or do you disagree completely?
I mean,
Chance.
by far, Chance is still my favorite. Every album he has dropped has been beautiful. Well, I also understand music probably a little different than most.
Right.
So I like musical stuff. Sorry. I like musical stuff. I like orchestras. I like listening to different vibrations, to different sounds and waves of stuff like that, just for the fun of it, you know? So, I mean, all music is beautiful to me. It's a form of art that I love. Like, I'm not going to dislike anything.
You listen to like...
I listen to all music.
You listen to all music? Country, rock.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. More...
I like country.
I like country, but it's not like anytime I'm going to choose it, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Like,
I get that.
Back in Tennessee, bro, I was listening to country almost every day. Just because the environment I was in, everyone was playing country or some sort. Or rock. I found a love of rock.
Rock and roll is awesome, bro. Motley Crue, you know.
Dude, I was watching a movie about Motley Crue.
Really?
Like a documentary, but it wasn't a documentary. It was hilarious.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
I've been looking... I want to watch more things.
Yeah.
I really do.
For sure.
I spend time and energy maybe like playing video games or something, but I rather like consume videography, YouTube, Netflix, like real movies, like old time movies, like art. That stuff's art to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you wanting to make music videos?
Actually,
I know you're working on some.
So I failed on the Skate Jam music video.
Was that the outro?
Yeah.
Outro for the album?
Yeah, I failed on that one. But then me and Mig, we made a music video for Toxic Entity.
I saw that.
It's on his account.
Mig the Avatar.
Mig the Avatar. All one word. But yeah. The thing is, I didn't get to be behind that one. Be behind the effects and stuff. Not gonna lie. Not for not killed that. She did absolutely amazing. She's a great, phenomenal photographer, and she did amazing work. She got everything I wanted in it. I just wish I could have been behind it. That's where
I get that.
That's where I like being.
Yeah, it's hard not to be hands-on when it comes to...
Especially your art.
Yeah.
You know? It's like having, like, what's his name? Something saying, paint it for me, and then it's just...
Yeah, or Bob Ross or something? Or
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, yeah.
I was thinking more old time. Michelangelo.
Oh, yeah.
Back to him, like ceiling painting, you know, just want to be his.
Sometimes it upsets me when I like listen to a song by an artist that I like a lot, and then I go to the written by section on like Apple Music, and it's like
telling me that the other
6
day?
names. Yeah. And their names like the last name, because I think it goes in order of importance or influence on the actual song.
Yeah, for sure.
And it sucks like being like, oh, dude, Kanye West is fucking goated. And of course, Kanye West has actually written a lot of songs for other artists that are really popped off. But it just sucks being like, oh, there's like 6 people that wrote this, and Kanye is the last person that touched this song. You know, it's like, bro, is this his art? Or am I just seeing what pop or the industry has produced? I
feel like any artist who blew up by themselves, you know, writes their own stuff. So I feel like because there are professional songwriters, people who write songs for artists.
Is that would you ever do that?
No.
Okay.
I want to be an independent artist. I want to have a manager and stuff like that, but I don't want to be held to any label. Okay. I think that's why I connected with Chance the most, because he's still an independent artist, and
I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yeah. Never signed to anyone.
Yeah. And that's hard to do when you're that big of a name. Oh, yeah. It's hard to, like, do that with no record.
Yeah, for sure.
No label.
Did everything, bro. We got, like, I don't know how many Grammys he got. I got to follow back up on all that. But Chance is an amazing artist.
I feel like there's a lot of alternative music, like alternative rock. There's a lot of influence on, like, modern-day rap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rock and country originated were, like, the first things to ever be played as music before, like, when it came down to recordings and stuff like that. But like obviously you got like the harps from back in like ancient Roman days, you know, like trumpets and stuff. But yeah, the alternative side is really kicking with everything that's going on, especially like Trippie Redd's doing that now. I'm trying to think who else.
Nick, I feel like Nick, Ionati, his music sounds a lot like Trippie Redd, but it's different.
Yeah,
It is
it's different. It's a white Trippie Redd.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, you can tell.
But Nicky is saucy, bro. He's
Dude,
so saucy with it.
He's been
bro.
making good music, bro.
Dude, he puts me on every time. Every time we make music, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, Zach, watch this. I was like, all right, watch it.
Let me show you that.
He's showing me how to use buses and stuff, just helping me out,
Yeah.
bro. He's good.
Dude, you and
He's
your
good,
brothers
and
have
he's
a
underestimated.
yeah.
He's about to drop some fire ass shit. Anyone who's watching, he's about to drop some fire shit, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
I have a little notes tab
Yeah.
where it's his unfinished stuff, and I've been
Yeah.
listening to it, you know, when
Oh
I
yeah.
work out and
Yeah,
in the
he
shower
sent
and
me
stuff.
his files.
It's good, bro.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. You and your brothers have a lot of the same mannerisms. Like you
What do
guys
you
do
mean?
the same, like Gabe will have like, oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
You do the same thing. Like you guys are all like similar.
Oh, bro.
Even Noah, yeah.
It's the rap. It's the rap group, bro.
Yeah.
Like Kari does that shit the most. He'll be like, he go crazy, bro. Funny. He's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name again? XYZ. What's his act?
XYZ Kari.
Kari.
Yeah.
With a K? I
C.
think so.
C.
With a C.
XYZCA.
Who started?
RII.
Who started music first? Who in the crew? Who in the crew
Definitely
started
Brandon.
first?
Definitely Brandon.
Okay.
Definitely Brandon. Yeah.
And
I
then he
think
just
he
one day
was-
say, "Hey y'all, here's a tight beat. Let's freaking roll."
So we all kind of started separately, but Brandon was the first one because he started when he was 14. I'm 3 years younger than him, so I was like 11, you know?
Yeah.
I wasn't making music at that time, but Brandon was. And I think his first song was like Invisible Supreme. And that shit's hard.
Invisible Supreme. I
But
like that.
yeah, I started when I was 16. Samuel started when he was like 16 too. But he's younger than me, so he started a little bit behind me. Probably just because he didn't have equipment, I think
Yeah.
it was.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Man,
It's a hard question to answer.
10 years from now, that's a long time from now.
Where do you want to see yourself in 10 years?
Man, I hope I have made an impact on the earth by that time.
Okay.
Before that time. Okay, so my plan, can I change the question?
Yeah.
How do those 10 years look? Is that?
Yeah.
How do those, yeah.
I'll do that.
So, man, I'm trying to blow up with this music stuff within maybe this year. Hopefully next year I have quite a few shows lining up for me.
That's
at the
right.
moment.
That's right. You've been doing live performances and
Yeah.
stuff.
So I have that. This is, I'm telling you, bro, this shit gonna happen. We just have to play it, bro. We have to play the game.
So you see within those 10 years, a lot of performing, a lot of making music, and a lot of payoff, hopefully.
The way I see it, 10% is making music.
Okay.
The other half is work.
Gotcha.
So that's what my father told me. But back to that question, I'm doing all these shows, so I'm trying to blow up within this first year. When I blow up, bro, I'm just gonna ride it out. I'm gonna collect my money. I'm gonna start investing, opening stores and other stuff like this, side incomes, and investing into a bunch of stuff. But a lot of what I want to do really involves with the church. I wanna help, be a blessing.
Yeah. Lend a helping hand.
Everyone.
Yeah.
The world, bro. I want to change it.
After you do live performances, do you see like new names follow you and stuff?
What do you mean new names?
So like say you do a live performance and then you go to sleep and then you wake up the next day. Is it like, a couple new followers, or like you see your listening go up?
Yeah.
Is it good for marketing, doing the live stuff?
It's the best.
It's the best, right?
It's the only way. I've had countless people who I've asked to give me help or advice. And live performing was the number one thing they told me to do.
Over and over again.
Over. They just said, get your name heard. Like, not just... Social media is a great aspect. TikTok was a lot of them that they were like, use TikTok right now to get your stuff out.
Pull up the Firefly. Go ahead.
Yeah, pull up his wet slap.
Whenever I talk about you, I always bring up the Firefly video. I just it's just such a good vibe. When you catch the Firefly and you're like,
Firefly.
yeah.
I don't know what the firefly.
Or the lightning bug. The
Oh,
lightning bug.
the
I said
rapping
firefly.
one?
The lightning bug. The lightning bug.
bug.
Yeah. I think Google Chrome's stuck on this screen.
But yeah. Oh, there I am.
Oh yeah.
Just rapping.
Give me some volume. Click the screen near the bottom right here. Yeah, right there.
Shit, I'm a damn old whore. Look, lightning bug.
Lightning bug right here.
Ooh, a lightning bug. Dude, so literally I just went outside and I was like, I'm finna freestyle and put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm like, the dude who made this is genius too. Shout out to that producer. From the court, on my neck from a damn old court. Do that shit on a damn old whore.
3 bodies.
Dude, look how
That's
big
funny,
my
bro.
beard was. I shaved it. I trimmed
Dude,
it
it's
down.
still ginormous.
It's ginormous, but that bit was like down to here. It's long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit was long.
Has the beard changed your life? Beards are comfy.
It's given me a lot of respect.
It makes you look more grown for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't guess I'm 19. Or 18 was a shocker for people. When I told people I was 18, they're like, there's no way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just makes it hard because it's hard to find women my age, but also screw the women my age.
Girls, girls run the world, bro.
They all come for your heart, bro.
Any recent...
No.
That's a quick answer. No hesitation?
No, bro.
No name popped up in your head as soon as I said that?
I would never
You don't
speak
have to,
on any name.
I'll say you don't name drop, but is there any
Nah.
love interest?
There's no women in my life at the moment like that.
Okay.
I mean, I'd love for a woman in my life. It's not that I'm not looking. It's just I'm also...
You think so?
Yeah.
You think you're ready for a great woman to step in your life? And
I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it. I just always... The thing, bro, is I'm so great with reading people, but when I start to like someone, bro, I go mind blank.
Yeah.
It really screws
Difficult.
me over because I'm too generous of a person. I'm too kind. And women... greedy.
Yeah.
Most women.
Right.
I'm really praying for a woman who's satisfied with everything she, with everything that she has before I have to start supplying, because what's fish love?
Yeah.
Like, you catch a fish, you love the fish, but only because it's filling you, you know?
Yeah.
Not because it did something. For you. It's just something that you're consuming, something that you're taking.
You want an independent, not a dependent girl.
I want a chick who knows what she wants.
Some guys and some girls want dependent people.
Yeah.
Like there's some people who
love a shoulder that they can just lean on.
Right.
And I feel like that's not what you should be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, like, obviously you do want that shoulder to lean on, but don't make that person responsible for that. Let that person come into your life to be that support for you. Don't go out of your way to find that shoulder and make them that source of what you want out of it.
Right.
Just let that person care back for you. It's mutual. That person should just care for that person. This person should just care for that person.
Yeah. I feel like it's
just
loving. It's just love, bro. I feel like you have to you gotta be right before you can get a relationship, right? If you're not, it's hard to step into a relationship when you're still broken about something.
It is.
But it's different for different people. But for me specifically, self-care, independence, doing things that I love to do and working and being passionate about my work and performing.
Yeah.
That makes me feel all right. And I feel like I can't make my significant other feel all right if I don't feel all right myself.
Yeah.
And I don't want to depend on external things to make me feel all right, like relationships, because those could hurt.
Yeah.
The wasp could sting you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you focus on self-care and internally getting right?
I mean, I try to. I'm a pretty selfless human.
Right.
I'm very put myself last and everyone before me kind of deal. It's just how I was raised.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I do have to take care of myself. I do have to keep up with my mental health because it does slip. I'm human. I am gonna feel sad. I am gonna.
You're a human, bro?
Really?
You're a human?
Sometimes I don't feel human.
You're not?
I'm not.
I can read energy, bro. I turn into an alien.
Bro. I can't that shit. But sorry, my mind gets spacious.
No, I love spacious. Space allows you to create, bro.
Yeah, that's where I do most of my thinking.
I think you need to, with your music, I fuck with your music. I like your sound.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of different sounds. I like your sound, with all the subcategory of sounds you have.
Sure.
I think you should, to me, I started videography and cinematography because of music. Yeah. Music inspires me to make videos.
Yeah, for sure.
So when there is a good song that I like and there's also a very creative, I'm not talking about like in front of a car and be like, yeah. Like that's bullshit, bro. Like I get you're trying to just get views out there and get advertisements, but music videos that tell stories or I can see the artist's meaning behind that shit.
For sure.
That connects me to an artist 1,000%.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just being a song,
emotional attachment.
Yeah.
In order to have that sustainable content.
Are you going to? Because I know you've been working on some music videos like we talked about earlier, but I really think you should make some dope music videos, bro.
Do you know Infinite Jaw?
No.
He has his VN. Von Naya.
I've seen the VN logo.
You probably you've definitely seen it around. That's my dog, and he makes crazy visuals. And I'm about to start working with him. Cool. Well, we just had a conversation about if you ever trying to link up, make some shit. I got you. Cool. Because he's good with that shit. I love his art. Yeah. Yeah. So if we ever cook up, shit gonna be hard as fuck.
For sure.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to work with somebody else, my good friend and who have had on this podcast before, Kenneth Rosa with Guilty Films.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you ever need to reach out to somebody else or need different people for the creative process, definitely message him, bro. He's been his craft. And I think it's so important to make mistakes. At the beginning, I noticed his visuals had a lot of improvement. His videos had a lot of improvement to do. Yeah. But as soon as I noticed somebody's making strides in the right direction and learns from mistakes, like Kenneth, you acknowledge it. Yeah, Kenneth, pretty much everything he drops gets better and better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's huge because he's just gonna get better 10 years from now.
Oh yeah.
Where will his craft be?
Yeah.
Could be insane. Will be insane.
Yeah, for sure.
10 years from now, this podcast. This is episode 27.
Facts.
Dude. I could be on episode 7,000. I don't know. Probably episode like 800 or something like that. Bro.
That's crazy. That's a lot of episodes. I was looking at like Joe Rogan's. He has like some that are just up there in the thousands.
Yeah, I think he's at I think he's near 2,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A lot.
That is a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I was ever like looking. I was like trying to find number one. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm. I was like, kept going down. No, he just dropped a new podcast today I was listening to with a guy named Lex Friedman. Mm-hmm. He's like an artificial intelligence guy and autonomous driving stuff. So that stuff always is interesting to me because like imagine people talking about phones and smartphones in like 1995. Let's say that year. That is like a new science that might change everybody's life. And it did. Now people are talking about artificial intelligence and autonomous driving. Yeah. Those are two things that are going to change everybody's life, our children's lives, our grandchildren's lives completely. And they'll be like, how did you guys live without this, you freaking weirdos? Like how, our grandpas and grandmas, like they see us with the smartphones and they're like, I don't want to use that thing. I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Why? And it's like, my whole life runs through this. My career is this phone. For real. Like neither of us could do the careers we do without a phone. It would be very difficult. We'd have to have a tablet.
It'd be very different. It would be very different.
Yeah.
Like imagine just trying to get to work and communicate with your boss.
Impossible.
You'd have to meet up at a certain time every single day to discuss your next meeting.
Yeah, the schedule. Yeah. And then you have to remember that shit because you can't write it down in your notepad. Exactly. You have little sticky notes. Exactly. But just imagine artificial intelligence, it could take all of our jobs in the future, which is a good thing because it allows for. So this is my weird thoughts on the future. So artificial intelligence, quick summary from just a lay terms person. They are going to do all the simple-minded jobs to where the only jobs that will be offered to humans rather than robots in the future are going to be jobs that require creativity and require some sort of human thinking. So like a cashier,
Yeah.
you know, we already have self-checkouts. So that's kind of like
Another
AI
step
kind of,
ahead.
we're approaching. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, things are changing.
Yeah, for
When's the
sure.
last time you went through a regular line at Target or Walmart or Publix? Publix has self-checkout?
Does it? I don't think I've been to it.
I think they have very few.
Yeah.
But Publix is all about
It's been a while.
grassroots.
I mean, they definitely still have those lines that you
Yeah.
can go through, but I mean, usually I just go through a self-check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a million, like smoke shop jobs. Eventually
Yeah.
there won't be anybody in a smoke shop selling you shit. It'll be a robot.
Boogang.
Hey, which one is this? The robot will answer. You don't need a human there. The robot will go "Ugh," and hand it to you.
Yeah.
Dude, just imagine in 2080.
Like a vending machine, like
Yeah.
a building vending machine. Just type in the thing you want after you pay that shit.
Bro,
See?
2080 is going to look different. 2090
Oh
is
yeah,
going to look
for
different.
sure. For sure.
There's
I probably just
could be
gave
weird.
someone a whole invention.
Yeah, bro. We're going to see
That
it.
vending machine building.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty.
I'm going to clip this podcast and then post that clip in 2080 when we're both 80 years
Just
old.
cut it out. Just cut
Yeah.
it out. And me and you,
Be
when we're
like,
famous, we're gonna
copyright.
build it, and we're gonna be like, we talked about this 10
Yeah.
years ago. No one ever.
Is there any ideas you have? You know how everybody has that one idea where it's like, yo, I could become a billionaire by making this or doing this.
Dude.
Do you have an idea like that?
So, I don't know.
Or do you not want to tell me?
No, dude, this one, I feel like someone needs to know. This is something that Samuel made. Dissolvable toilet paper.
When does it dissolve? When you're wiping or after?
Like 10, 15 minutes for it to fully dissolve. It would never get clogged.
I love it, bro. I love it.
I forget who. I think it was either Samuel or my dog Josh Rivera.
Gotcha. That's
One
funny.
of them came up with that shit, and I was amazed
Yeah.
when I first heard it.
Yeah. And it's got to be better for the environment, possibly, too.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Something that just combusts into nothing.
You ever had a invention that you thought of and then you seen it come out?
Yeah, I think so, but I can't think of anything off the cuff. But yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
David Dobrik, for some reason, I don't really listen to his podcast, but for some reason I ran out of podcasts of my podcast that I listen to intermittently. And I was listening to one of his, and he came up with this idea where airlines should have a plane ticket that you have no idea where you're going. You pay a X fee, and it takes you to a random place in the world.
What?
So you don't know if you're going to Bali. You don't know if you're going to Israel.
straight to
You don't know if you're going to
Afghanistan.
Turkey. You don't know if you're going to Nigeria. You book this flight, and all of a sudden you land in freaking Russia somewhere,
That's crazy.
South Korea.
Someone did that?
So he thought of that, and he talked about that on his podcast. And then one of his friends sent him a screenshot of a airlines introducing the thing he talked about, where it's like, hey, you buy this ticket,
Government is
it takes you to a
listening
random
all
spot.
These great conversations and ideas.
True. It's
That's
the government's
why I get
supposed to be a congregation of all of our minds put into a government, you know? So
It's the world's mind.
ugh, government's scary. Do you think how remedial, and humans are very intelligent. Okay,
But
we're very intelligent.
We're the alpha being, but we're also probably one of the dumbest.
Think about how stupid it is that we have lines drawn out and we don't like countries.
Yeah.
There's lines on a map and we divide ourselves into groups, and there's hatred involved back and forth, and we don't
Between one connected
right.
line type.
And it's like, yo, we're all on the same floating rock, bro. Like what? We're all on Earth. Why are we
I've
drawing
never
these lines?
I've never really thought of it like that.
I think about that shit all the time. And think
That is an interesting
I think
theory.
when aliens, if aliens and when aliens come, if they ever came in our lifetime, you know, nobody fucking knows, and nobody can. There's no factual evidence
There's
behind
always
anything.
a higher being that we're gonna call it alien.
Right. If something comes here, I think that we will unite as people, whether it be negative or positive. I think there's going to be
believe
some,
that too.
yeah, there's going to be some misinformation and stuff, but I just think we'll all be like, okay, Russia, hey, China, America, like, hey, are we good? Like, what's going on?
I also don't believe everyone's gonna be saved.
Okay. Like, elaborate.
I don't think
Elaborate.
everyone is deserving of the same afterlife or after this earth. Because
Whoa.
what's
Oh,
the
shit.
point? What's the point of believing we're only on this earth?
Right.
to live and die on this earth. You have one life. What's the point of that?
Yeah.
What's all the good and bad for? What's the right and wrong for? The right is right. The wrong is wrong. Why not separate the afterlife from the right and wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yin yang. One day they're gonna have to break. I don't believe in balance.
Yeah.
That's dead. What's the point of having bad that's just as good as good?
Mm-hmm.
One should simply outweigh the other.
Yeah.
And I believe in what I believe in, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get into too much depth because
You
that's
can do
just,
whatever you want, bro.
that's just my personal relationship, I would call it. But what you were talking about, one day a higher power will come down, and you said that humans will unite. It talks about Jesus coming down again, and those who are for him will go with him, and those who will
Or against him.
will perish. That's what I believe in. But
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like even outside of that, that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would someone who hated and fought against the good so proudly be deserving of the same afterlife that I think I have in store for me, that I believe I'm building on this earth? I don't believe this earth is eternal. I don't believe anything on this earth has that great of value. There are great things that you can do on this earth that create tremendous value for you in the long run. But on this earth, you got to realize one day it's here and next day it's gone.
Yeah.
Pound cake.
Eventually the sun's...
One day
Oh,
it's
yeah.
here, next day it's gone.
Yeah.
Forever.
Eventually the sun's going to explode, bro. That's
Crazy.
at least what the scientists say. You know, the sun will eventually explode. So, yeah, eventually
We're all getting...
this won't be here.
All the planets are getting closer.
Yeah.
You know that?
That's weird, bro. I don't... Dude,
I
outer
mean,
space, astrology...
It takes forever for that point to come.
Right.
But one day it will. One day we're gonna have weren't they just talking about asteroids about to hit the Earth and it just barely missed us or something?
Jeez.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
The Earth and universe is a mysterious, mind-blowing concept to try and wrap your head around if you haven't been studying it all. But
could you imagine just humans on another planet, just 2 solar systems away, just wondering the same shit?
There has to be.
Hey, there has to be some more people out there.
There has to be.
And as we talk
I wonder
right now,
what
it's
they
happening.
believe in.
True. What if it was the same thing?
I wonder what. Do
What
you
if
think
all of
it's
our
just
stuff
the
got messed up?
alternate universe?
Oh gosh. Oh god.
And there's a whole different planet. There's some high talk right now. Say we're on this planet.
Yeah.
And there's another planet some off in that distance area.
Okay.
Do you think that this planet is a mirror reflection of that planet? Or do you think it's a whole different separate thing?
So I think it's complete to me, just off of what I'm thinking right now with the information I have. I think it's completely different.
Yeah.
But Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I haven't heard of him.
He's this big astrology guy, right?
He's an
Astrophysicist.
Big word.
Yeah, he's very intelligent, but he's very good at explaining difficult things.
Yeah.
And he was talking about black holes and white holes and stuff. That sounds weird, but the science black holes and white holes. Sorry, boys and ladies.
And the conversation.
Deep talk. Oh no, not deep,
bro.
not deep.
Get your head out the gutter, bro.
Yeah, might be, bro. But
Everything you're saying is just kind of...
I know. Where do I go from
Where
here?
do you start?
Yeah, there's holes in outer space of different colors.
Massive.
Yeah, different sizes, but they create gaping black holes and white holes in space.
That's crazy.
And he talks about alternate dimensions and stuff and how it's very it's more possible than not type stuff. You just got to listen to it. Maybe listen to a Joe Rogan podcast featuring Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, I know Joe Rogan
weird
talks
stuff.
about deep analogies
stuff.
that and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get a lot of information from his podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good source of unfiltered knowledge.
Yeah.
And reading the New York Times and stuff like that, it's hard to get unfiltered knowledge from that, because it's always a bias.
Everything's not.
There's always some
Take
sort
it
of
all
money
perspectives.
controlling. Yeah,
Money is this earth.
it's paper. Yeah, it's just a part of it. It's just another material.
Money is worthless.
Yeah. If you have 2 pieces of paper and I have 5 pieces of paper, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's pieces of paper, bro.
You know, there's a saying, I think Chance the Rapper said it, I have it as a caption. He's like, some people are so poor, all they have is money.
Oh, I like that. I've seen that. I've heard that one by chance.
That has to be one of the most true statements.
Yeah.
Like, money, people who have that consciousness, that have that awareness, that I just feel like people who don't see afterlife have such a simple mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The thought, people who don't think about the afterlife and only think about here.
Yeah. Like YOLO and all that stuff. I mean,
right.
I can't do that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my mind is already off this earth and I'm just kind of stuck here at the moment.
So would you consider yourself righteous? Like, do you attempt and try to be righteous and try to be,
I try to be.
You try to
I'm
be?
a sinner. If you want to put it like,
we all are, for sure.
If you want to put it like that, I'm definitely a sinner. I sin every day.
Not me. I've never lied. I'm saving it for
Shit.
marriage. I've never done nothing, bro.
Some blasphemy talk. But yeah, I mean, I have my fair share of flaws. I've definitely had my punishments and errors in life. I forget what the question was, but
I forgot to, but do you think
am I righteous?
Yeah.
I feel
you chase it?
I chase it. Yeah. The goal is to be Christ-like.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be Christ, but like Christ. You know?
Yeah.
Just he was the perfect image, the perfect example.
Yeah.
If I was to look up to anyone, it'd probably be him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the impact he had on this world, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's the glory. That's the honor I want to die with when I do perish.
Yeah.
And then I'll be deserving of something beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna include any names on this, but I've had somebody near me say that he's an acquaintance for sure, just somebody I know. Yeah. But this is a weird one to say, but he kind of like got off the Brit, like kind of is a little different, but he said that he believes he's God. And like he sat down with me. I don't know how to approach this, so I love your second point of view. But after he said that to me, I was like, "What?" He's like, "I think like I know the future." Like he was being serious. Yeah. And he's like, "I believe I'm God, and I think I know the future."
I mean, there's
not on some bro to bro stuff like funny talk, but like real shit.
Yeah. I believe, cause Kanye West has spoken of that shit too.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, anyone can say anything. But have him make the earth another earth that he can go and live on if he's God. Anyone can say, I know what's going to happen 10 years from now, and you're never going to remember that conversation after the next 20 minutes. Yeah. Anyone can say that. I can be like, yo, I'm going to have the baddest wife when I'm older and have standard. I mean, that's
the baddest wife still.
That's for sure. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I get it.
Anyone can say that. Anyone can talk. Yeah. It's our human nature. Anyone can lie. Anyone can. Right. Any attention.
Does manifestation? Do you believe in manifestation? Like.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I can probably back up that dude's theory though.
Why? How?
I do believe that we have God in us.
Okay.
I do believe that I was talking to myself on the way up here about this actually. Fun conversation time. I do believe that we have God in us. I believe we all have the Holy Spirit. In other words, you do have a source of God in you if you do not believe in Christianity. You know, everyone has a piece of God in them. We're a piece of God's image. So I believe we're just completely dumb to what we're supposed to be. Yeah. We have all-knowing knowledge already with us on this earth. There are people who have done many things. There's also a theory of how Jesus Christ came onto this earth because people had that knowledge. They manifested a Christ to come, and that's what happened. and Jesus Christ came down as a
Whoa.
baby. Dude, that blew my mind when I heard it.
Whoa.
I'm not lying. I heard that shit and I was like, okay, maybe that's not right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just there's a power to everyone to be anything and anything you want. The only way you can achieve those things is knowledge. The power to know, to manifest, because manifesting does come with knowledge. Anyone can say, oh, I wanna be great when I'm older and stuff like that, but there's things you have to know to get to that point. Manifesting isn't just talking about being a rapper. You actually have to put in work outside of that manifesting.
Yeah, the process.
To just work and make music is 10% of it.
Yeah.
You gotta spread your word. You gotta verbally do it. You gotta get your voice out there. That is all a part of manifesting, you know. And then a lot within your mind that you have to do.
Yeah.
But that's just when you can take that. I think X was talking about it, just like that chest plate that this world is all holding. When you can take off that chest plate and get to your mind, that's when you really
And he's talking
excel.
about his chest. And didn't X end up getting shot in the chest? Didn't he?
Yeah.
How X passed, he got shot in the
Yeah.
chest. I remember that.
Anyways.
But I'm just
Yeah,
saying that's a weird connect. You know how a lot of people
Yeah, there's
made
a lot of
connections in his music
stuff
and
like
what
that.
he said
Yeah,
before.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like it was just a visual to kind of put it on. Like the top of the pyramid on every single dollar is the eye. Your perennial gland.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Anyways,
I can't pronounce it or know the name either.
he was talking about everyone's just going off of their heart and shit. They're not really going off of their mind or talking into talking with knowledge type shit. You gotta awaken your brain.
I'm
getting confused on where I'm trying to go with this.
No, I studied a Greek god, not Greek god, but well, he was an artist, a Greek artist. His name was or a Greek philosopher.
Yeah,
his name was Aristotle. I'm sure you know.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
He a lot of his philosophy turned out to be kind of insane, but I brought him up because he believed that you thought with your heart.
A lot of it is.
He didn't believe that your brain was where your thoughts stemmed from.
I feel like there's a few different ways of thinking. There's physical thinking, just going straight off the bat, and like touching is like a form of how you think. You know, like if you're displaying your action, you're showing people how you're thinking type shit. Then there's the kind where you just really recollect what's happening in a situation, or just like lust is a form of thinking.
Yeah.
So like the intimacy and shit like that is a form of thinking, stuff like that. Sure. Yeah.
Dude, sometimes it hurts to think. Sometimes it's better not to think.
I feel like I overthink.
Do you really? You overthink?
I feel like I'm an overthinker, bro. I'm a thinker. Yeah. At the end of the day, I think about too much. Yeah. And it kills me. Absolutely kills me. Mm-hmm. It drives me insane.
Yeah. I feel like like I said, kind of like with wisdom and just growing up, I feel like I used to kind of let negative thoughts spiral. Mm. But now with more wisdom and just being, older and going through more mistakes and just stories, going through more chapters, I've learned how to stop those thoughts and channel other positive thoughts, optimistic thoughts.
For sure.
Because I think if one of us in here was thinking negatively, I think this conversation or just in general, the temperature in this room would have changed. Yeah. Like meaning if Ryan's sitting there thinking, oh man, I hope this doesn't happen. Like tomorrow's scary, or I wonder what she's going to say, or like, I don't like the way I look right now. I think it would have changed our conversation. Yeah. Just from him thinking those.
Oh yeah. Energy is all around the room. Dude, it's the same thing when you get up on stage. And when I'm yelling, bro, people are going to feel that shit.
Right, yeah.
When I got something booming, bro, it's the difference between watching Cooley Ray. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Who?
Coyle Ray.
or Kid or which oh
chick.
yeah, the chick.
There's a
Something
difference
right.
between her performance and then X performance.
Whoa. Not even comparable.
The energy that is being given through the person will change a whole entire room.
Mm-hmm.
People with high energy, you got to think about it, bro. Everyone has the same amount of limit. There is no limit. But to put it in a way for people to understand, everyone has the same limit to kind of like borderline, like the thought process. Like if I was to reach a limit, you can reach that limit too.
Right. If somebody else can do it, you can do it type stuff.
Yeah. You just, it's how you put that energy in. It's how you can maintain it. It's how you can control it. Crowd control is a huge part with energy. If I'm going to talk melatonin, all this shit, you think you're going to be all right? But if I'm yelling this shit, you're going, your energy, your adrenaline is going to start rushing.
Up. I already feel it, bro. I was already, when you started, I was like, sit up straighter.
It's different, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, it gets wired. Wired.
What time are we're pretty deep, aren't we? Hour 10? Dude.
Too long.
Is there anything you want to include right now? Anything you want to talk about?
How do you feel your podcasting is going?
Dude, I think there's so many.
How are you liking it?
Dude, I'm actually loving it. I feel like there's so many things to do. And it's weird because I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
So you know how sometimes life feels like there's like, oh man, there's so many things to do.
Yeah.
But since this, it's like there's so many things to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many different avenues.
Exactly.
It's definitely a passion.
I was thinking about what podcasting is like. Dude, how much, would you feel you've taken on a lot of knowledge within being, or like, maybe not like knowledge, but just like
different point of
intellect, or like chemistry with how to interact with people.
Yes.
You feel like,
yes,
dude,
that's weird.
I think listening is the number one way to learn.
Yeah.
Just straight listening.
No, for sure. Starting this podcast and just hearing different people's point of views in a setting like this, because
it's very one-on-one.
This triggers deep conversation.
Oh yeah.
You know, and hearing different point of views, like today, a week or two from now, I'll remember this conversation because it ran a little bit deeper than just a small talk conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
And the cameras and the mics trigger that, you know.
For sure.
And I definitely want to set a mood and set a vibe to where it's your complete self and it's not some sort of Jimmy Fallon, what game are we playing today? What's on the whiteboard? All right, Naugy222, how do you feel about Beyonce? It's like none of that bullshit.
You have a great voice for that.
Thank you. I went real nerdy on them. Hello. No, but I love the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
I think passion's just one word, but I think it's really important.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm working right now. Sometimes when I edit the podcast, I feel like I'm working though. A lot of hours to edit and watch everything over and clip.
Same deal with music.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the editing part. I like listening to sound, like I said before. So I feel like videos and stuff is probably a little
similar, but a little bit more.
A little bit. Maybe it's, I don't want to say boring, but a little bit slower.
Yeah. It's fun when it's like an edit or like a trailer or like a music video, but when it's like just cutting from clip to clip on the podcast, it's like, man, this is busy work.
Yeah, I was watching my pops do that because that's what he does.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, you want to have a hands-on your craft.
For sure.
You don't want other people to touch it. So I've wanted to, and I've attempted to have other people edit the podcast, and I've attempted to maybe hire somebody to do it, but I was like, nobody's gonna do what I want.
Yeah.
Nobody until I find that one.
Yeah.
Which I will. Somebody might, have the same creative process and want to jump on board.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's definitely hands-on.
Yeah.
It's hands-on. Tyler Sorville, I had him on the podcast. Shout out Tyler Sorville. Me and him I visited him at UCF. He has a house out there. He parties, surfs and stuff. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah.
And he told me, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to find a video editor right now. He's like, do it yourself. He's like, what, are you going to pay somebody to do something you can do?
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, yeah, I can definitely do it. Yeah. You got to put the work in. You got to manifest and then put the work in.
it's the same principle for you, bro. It's 10% is just sitting down to talk.
Yeah.
10% is only for me to make music.
Yeah.
Everything else, bro, is literal work, bro. It's you ever seen that commercial with Kendrick Lamar?
Which one? What did he? Who
He's
did he
like,
work with?
you got to put that work in. He kept
Pull up the Kendrick Lamar
He
commercial.
was walking with a kid, or maybe it was a movie, but he's walking with this kid.
Okay.
And he's just, the kid's looking up to Kendrick playing ball, and he sees these people walking by, and they know Kendrick, and the kid's like, man, you're famous. He's like, gotta put that work in.
Yeah.
Takes him to this store. Something happened, and it just lined up where you gotta put that work in.
Gotcha.
It is more than just making music, sitting down to record a podcast, to paint, to learn how to bartend. It's more than just that, bro.
There's a lot of space in between. Yeah.
There's a difference between being standard and great. Standard will always just make that music, but nothing outside of it. To being great takes work, blood, sweat, and tears into that.
Yeah.
So
my actually my last name's Ever, and my first name's Greatest. You know, like a sprained ankle. You know, I ain't nothing to play with. So shout out Drake.
I wish I do that. I wish I do the verses. But
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't listen to Drake like
Gotcha.
that, but
Okay.
I caught the lyricism from it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I wrote that
First
for
name
him.
never
If you look at Written By, it's my name. I wrote that song for him. I sent it in when I was a kid.
Off to the next page, Brant Lincoln.
Did you find the Kendrick Lamar thing? Damn, that's hard. That's something hard to look up. Sometimes, like, I was trying to look up a statistic. Like, I wish we had more statistics because I like statistics. Sometimes they're interesting and they tell a story.
Yeah.
Like you can take it in any which way you want. But I wanted to know how many podcasts are posting a podcast once a week. Like, is it?
Like,
I wasn't able
what
to
you
find a
should
number.
do?
Huh?
Like how many should drop a week?
Not figuring out how many should, but how many other podcasts on these platforms, how many other podcasts are posting once a week?
Gotcha.
I want to know, like, maybe there's other podcasts posting once a month or something, blah, blah, blah. I want to know how many, like, is there 1,000?
Like, what's your competition like?
Is there 1,001?
Yeah.
Is there 2,001? Is there
Gotcha.
8,000? Is there 240,000?
Dude.
I just was curious.
There's 8 billion people on, like 7.6 billion people on this earth.
Yeah.
I can imagine it's in the millions.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
I mean, if it is though.
Try to find that stat. How many look up, I wasn't able to find it, but look up, you know, how many podcasts are posting once a week or something like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I mean,
what's your guess? How many do you think?
I'd say somewhere in the millions.
You think so?
It'd have to be.
I say ain't nobody working hard enough. I'd say it's 6,000.
Well,
I say 7.
Podcasting is a upcoming thing too.
Yeah.
So it may not be up there like I'm thinking it is, but with
No, it could
how many
be.
people are on this earth? I'd guess.
Yeah.
Well, what's the time range? Like a month?
Well, I think there's a lot. I think there's definitely a million podcasts over, like, all together, but posting once a week.
Yeah.
Do you think there's that many podcasts? Do you think that's once a week?
Nah. Maybe not once a week.
Any stat popped up?
Right now, there's currently over 2 million podcasts out there.
Just that exist, right? Kind of like, you know, there's 2 million different artists on Apple Music. It doesn't mean everybody's posting.
That is based off of Apple Podcasts. Only on their app alone is 2 million.
Does there any other statistics involving how often or
There are also 48 million episodes posted
48
as of April
million.
2021.
so that means on average each podcast only 48 divided by 2 is 24. On average each podcast is 24 episodes. Quick maths. But find other stats. Cuz I know there's a lot, you know, like it.
Yeah, there has to be a lot of music that drop, not music, podcast that has to drop within a week. Probably, I don't know. I'm not big enough into podcasts like that.
So you say you listen to Joe Rogan a little bit. You listen to anything else?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I really listen to Joe Rogan. I know of Joe Rogan.
Of him. Okay.
I've listened to a few podcasts like with Wiz, just
Khalifa.
or like
you listen to the Post Malone one?
I think
They Joe
Maybe
Rogan
I've
had a
seen
post
a
on.
snippet.
It was a pretty good one.
Was it recent?
It was months. I think it was months ago.
Probably not.
Close to a year, maybe.
Maybe I've seen a snippet of it, but no, I don't go out my way to just watch Joe Rogan like that.
Mm-hmm. He was talking about microdosing shrooms. Post Malone was on that podcast where now, you know, he always has a Bud Light and a cigarette with him, but he microdosed shrooms and made like a whole set for one of those really big festivals. Can't remember what festival
Rolling
it was.
Loud.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Rolling Loud. Maybe a different one, but he made like a Roblox themed thing. He said tripping off shrooms, and he like sat in a cabin for weeks and made the set.
A cabin for weeks.
Are these some stats? Ooh, interesting. I'm excited.
Yeah, I've never microdosed, only LSD.
What are these stats? Wait, there are more than 1 million unique individual podcasts. Oh, you can just decline. Stupid Geico's calling me. Sorry. There are over 48 million episodes. Wait, what are these? 104. Oh, okay. Wait. There are an estimated 104 million monthly podcast listeners in the U.S. So there's 104 monthly podcast listeners. In 2020, 75% of Americans were familiar with podcasting. Okay. Oh my God. Dude, Geico's been calling me nonstop. It's actually really upsetting. I'm going to block their number soon.
Gecko.
I have Progressive, and I did a thing where I was trying to get a cheaper rate. So I went on a website and was like trying to find a cheaper rate. Ever since then, they've been calling me nonstop.
Just Geico?
Yeah. How disrespectful is that is? Like, you don't get a response and then you call me back right away.
You should just answer and be like, hey, how are you doing today?
I don't want to do it. I don't want to put them on blast, bro. Wait. So 37.6% of podcasters are active 3+ years. Okay, that number dropped. Go down.
What's that chart?
Podcast demographics, 48%. Keep going. Slow down. Let me see these. I want to find significant. Go up one more. That's a 39% of men and 36% of women. Did you already read through these? Were there any things involving how often?
One was the main one.
Go out of this real quick. Press the back button. Sorry. Try 40 powerful podcast, because that one's powerful.
What?
This one just is called powerful, so I clicked on it. Oh, here's some stuff. Let's see here. There were 750,000 active podcasts in 2019. Fuck. Where's the stat that I want, bro? Damn. Screw it. I'll never find what I'm looking for.
Never.
I'm gonna cry, bro. I think I saw the stat somewhere once before. That's why I looked it up and tried to find it the other day. But how many people are posting once a week?
Yeah.
I don't care how many. I'm just curious.
I bet the thing changes. You probably should have looked up like how many podcasts have dropped since August.
Yeah.
And that's like a week or so past.
No, this is 27 episodes, dude. This is dope.
How long has it been since you've been making a podcast?
I started this.
Did you start?
I started this week. I started.
You didn't start this week.
Yeah, this is the first one. I'm just kidding.
Tripping.
Just said 27. Let's see. I have the date on here.
Who was your first podcast partner?
So the first one where I brought it back. So I made 2 episodes.
Okay.
A long time ago that were like not really podcasts. It was more like a 10-minute sit down video I posted on YouTube, was talking with somebody else. The first one was with my friend Kyle Baker.
Okay.
The second one was with my friend Fernando Perez.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came after a year, I think over about a year, I came back and started doing it seriously, like in an actual podcast format, and posted on audio, like Spotify and iTunes and stuff. That man over there, I kept telling him, I was like, bro, I want to start a podcast.
You were his first one?
Yeah. Nice. It's called Bitcoin and Babies. That's what we named it.
I feel like I seen that shit get posted up for the first time on
I took a social media cleanse.
TikTok or something.
Yeah, I took the I don't think I posted the clips on Instagram because they were just audio clips.
That's right.
Yeah, I kept talking about it.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm done talking about starting a podcast. I'm starting it right now. Yeah. And me and him went in my room and set the mics down, and we looked at each other. I said, hey, actually, will you go on, pull up the number 3 audio. I want to hear the start of the first one. The number 3 is the first one.
So what made you? Are the phones? Oh, my fault.
You're good.
Are the phones just handy dandy?
They're very handy dandy. I tried other cameras.
Yeah.
Overheating, battery, and then there's also a video recording limit.
Phones are definitely high tech.
Yeah. These don't die. Like, I'm not trying to have camera issues.
Yeah.
And these have a good pick. These are iPhone 10s for the
Yeah.
listeners if they don't know. It's iPhone 10s.
That's all it takes to get started, people.
Yeah.
Some phones.
Oh, was that the third one?
Robots will take your job.
No. Which one was our? Was that the first one or was the fourth one Bitcoin and babies?
First one.
Is robots will take your job? Okay, play the first one that's posted on whatever you're looking at.
You know, I feel like quarantine was a lot of pressure.
Is that the first? No, rewind it to the beginning. Look, no, it's not. There's no way.
For Bitcoin's babies?
No, is that the first one?
Yeah.
Play it again?
Yeah, I'll do this all day. You'll do this all day? Can you do it all
No, that's not the beginning. Is it at 000?
Yeah.
Is it at 222?
Huh?
Is it at 222?
222?
Go to 222 right now, the first episode.
222.
It must have been the fourth one where I thought I started, I was just like, hey.
You and that Bass Pro Shop hat. Already mentioned
222, Bass Pro Shop hat. Look. 222, Bass Pro Shop hat.
So bring it back to the topic.
222.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It means something.
Symbolic.
This is number 3.
Symbolic. That
Yeah.
hat is carrying a lot of energy with it.
Whoa.
Always takes with
That hat is God.
It's getting brighter as I look at it, bro. Whoa.
That really felt ear pitching.
Yeah, it did.
Ear piercing.
Well, bro, it's been a pleasure. Plug your stuff. Where can they find you? I'll have a link in the description.
You can find me at Naugy222. I'm on all platforms. That is my name for every social media account I have. Yeah.
Listen to his music, y'all.
Yeah,
I fuck
I'd
with his shit.
appreciate that. All kind of sound
Yeah.
comes from it.
Yeah, it's all love, bro.
If you like hype, if you like much miamos and
It's different.